So tell me, what happens when the UK prints stronger data, but the US dollar decides it's the main character anyway? Well, GBP USD just gave us a reminder that fundamentals can be strong and price can still say, well, that's cute. So before you place your next trade, watch this. Good morning, I'm Francois, your market analyst here at ATFX Africa. In this video, we are focusing on forex, specifically GBP USD, and why it slid even as UK numbers improved. So the sterling slid below 1.378, trading around 1.375, down around 0.2%. The pressure point was the US dollar, which surged after the Fed held rates and downplayed labor market downside risk. The move was strong enough that it also coincided with sell-offs across gold and other risk assets. But on the UK side, the data was clearly supportive. Versus PMI came in at 54.3, above the 51.7 estimate, and 51.4, which was the prior figure. Manufacturing PMI came in at 51.6, up from 50.6. Retail sales came in 0.4% higher month on month versus the expected deficit of 0.1. Retail sales came in at a positive 2.5% year on year versus the consensus of only 1%, up from the 1.8% that we got previously. And that matters because strong retail sales is expected to weigh on market bets for near-term rate cuts by the Bank of England. So here's the tug of war. UK data says sterling has support, and the dollar strength says not today. Next week is in the spotlight on UK data because of the fact that attention will shift to the Bank of England's February meeting. And also there is the UK political risk as a potential headwind to also take into consideration. Looking at this charts, despite the pullback, the cable is still upwardly biased overall. For bullish continuation, daily close above 1.383 is required. On the downside, 1.373 is acting as near-term support. So here's the question for today. If this pair needs to break above 1.383 to reignite momentum, what happens if the dollar stays firm and GBP USD can't reclaim that level? Let me know in the comments. So as we are heading into today's session and next week, keep an eye on whether the dollar's strength continues to dominate price action, especially as focus stays on central bank expectations and market sentiment as we are heading into next week's Bank of England decision. And with that, we wrap up your daily market brief, brought to you by ATFX Africa, the broker that gives you an edge in today's markets. Simply head over to atfx.com and go and experience the difference for yourself. Traders, until next time, stay sharp, stay focused, and trade smart.